See, this is not the old black Democrats. This is not. I know you got gatekeepers, but guess what, baby? The gate's open. Somebody left the gate open, or somebody pried it open. Ain't no gatekeepers no more. So let me tell you what we're doing. Because a lot of people said, "Oh, Yvette and them, they're just talking," but when it comes, they're gonna just vote Democrat. You a lie. Project Takeover is the first part. The second part is Project Vote Down Ballot. If these people do what I suspect they're going to do, like they didn't show up for the conference, they don't come to us about a reparations package and an agenda. No, we're going to show up to the polls. Show up to your polling place. I want you to vote in this presidential election. Vote down ballot. When it comes to your presidential candidate, though, if you can write something in, write in ADOS. If you can't, you leave that blank. No, you don't get a vote. But we show up just to let everybody know we showed up. And I'm going to tell you something. There's somebody on your ballot that needs your help. I don't care whether that person is I don't care whether we talking school board. I don't care whether we talking your local state representative. I don't care whether we talking your local prosecutor. There's somebody on that ballot that you need to vote for. So you got to show up. Please do not use this as an excuse to stay home. That's laziness. We got to show up. But this is Project Down Ballot. We're not voting for you. We're not showing up for these presidential candidates who don't show up for us. And let me tell you this. Don't blame us if you lose the White House. If Democrats lose the White House, do not blame us. Because Democrats have been leaving the Democratic Party and going to the Republican Party, and nobody blames them for nothing. More than half of these white women voted for Trump, and they don't get blamed for Trump. So you can't come to me, middle black family worth $1,700. Don't you come to me and tell me, oh my God, you see, it's the black vote. The black vote did not turn out. So we got Trump again. No, you voted for Trump the first time. You put him in there. We didn't put him in there. We overwhelmingly voted for Democrats the first time. You did that, Rebecca. You did that, Amy. You did that, Chad. Y'all did that. Y'all put him in there the first time. Don't blame me that he's in there, and don't blame me when I want an agenda. This is ADOS life. Automation to hit African Americans hardest. Shocker. The employment outlook for African Americans will worsen dramatically as automation upends the workforce, according to a new report from McKinsey & Company. Why it matters. By 2030, African American workers stand to lose hundreds of thousands of jobs as a result of increased automation, widening the racial wealth gap and weighing down overall U.S. growth. Now, what's the problem? They, meaning we, are overrepresented in support roles that are most likely to be affected by automation, such as truck drivers, food service workers, and office clerks. These shouldn't even be our jobs as people who built the country. This is ridiculous. They have an unemployment rate, that's us, have an unemployment rate that is double that of white workers, even when controlling for education, duration of unemployment, and the cause of unemployment. They are underrepresented in 5 of the 6 parts of the country projected to grow the fastest, and overrepresented in parts of the country that are projected to see the slowest growth. Understand something. Understand what you just read. See, we are a bottom caste that is bottoming out. So you can't tell a bottom caste is already bottoming out. Well, you got to show up for the Supreme Court. Y'all didn't show up. White America, you didn't show up. You showed up for Trump. You didn't show up for the Supreme Court. What you want me to do? If you want to give up, what you have to do, if you white America with white Democrats, whatever you call yourselves, Reagan Democrats, I don't care, whatever fool name you call yourself. If you wanna see like Trump not be there, if you want to see us vote Democrat or whatever, you got to give up whiteness, all of it. You got to give up that privilege. You got to give up and everything that comes with it. If not, we can all see Trump and the next Trump, because it won't just be one. It'll be a next one, a next one, next. We can all just fail together, because we've been failing. We're not gonna rescue you. We're not gonna save you. We tired. Middle black family worth 17. We're not saving you. You ain't saved us. We're not doing it. We're not playing this game anymore, because people will say, well, what about the judges, Yvette? What about this? It's not enough for a group that's bottoming out. We're in collapse. We are, all the data that I've shown you on this show shows you that this is a group in collapse. A group in collapse is not good or does not benefit from like these kind of like, well, you get another judge, so maybe you get another judgment. We need transformational politics. That's what we benefit from. And if you're not going to be a transformational Democratic Party that's going to help us, we're going to show up at the polls, but we're not going to vote for president. And depending on who your congressperson is, you might not vote for them either. Nancy Pelosi, I don't know why. Are there any black people left in San Francisco to vote for you anyway? I don't know. We're not going to be a captive vote no more. We're done with that. We're done with that. We need an agenda. We need an agenda. We are revolting. See, what this is basically us revolting against the current political arrangement. The current political arrangement as it's set up right now does not benefit us. So we get a bunch of black gatekeepers who say, oh, souls to the polls, souls to the polls, souls to the polls. And we have to go vote. And then they go pick up a check. Because that's what they were told to do. If you get out the Negro vote, you're gonna get a check. We're going to hook you up. You a gatekeeper. You good for us. You done good, Charlie boy. That's what you get. And so we're not, in terms of the political arrangement, we're not just taking down these Democrats who don't serve us or threatening to. We're not just threatening you who won't give up whiteness and your privilege. We're threatening these black gatekeepers too. Listen. Your job is to make sure we show up for these people who are the presidential candidates and so on. That's your job as a gatekeeper, to herd the sheep. What we're telling you is that the sheep going to show up, but they're not going to show up for you. That means that you're no longer a gatekeeper. And they finish with you. That's the only reason you're there, is to be a gatekeeper. Once they realize that the sheep ain't listening to you no more, that you're not a herder no more, you finish, and you need to be finished. And this is how we finish you. This is how we finish you. You have been a gatekeeper. You have shown up to collect your check, to get us to the polls. Even though, imagine the duplicity of getting somebody to the polls when nothing on the ballot benefits them or their agenda. We show up to the polls and there's no real transformative government there for us. How long? We can't do it no more. It's not about how long we could do it. We can't do it. We are a group in collapse. A group in collapse can't do this no more. The gate's open. You can't come into our communities no more and just tell us what to do and what our responsibility is. We're going to run you out. No, you tell us what your agenda is. That's what you do. We are not this little docile, easily convinced community anymore. No, we don't do that anymore. So if white people want to give up whiteness, then we can show up, and they want to, you want to get serious about reparations and serious about a black agenda, then we can have a conversation. Y'all got time? Figure it out. See, the thing that's going to happen is we're already failing. As ADOS, we're already falling apart. We're already bottoming out. Listen, but if you don't want to help us, if you don't want to give up whiteness, then you're going to bottom out too. Play with me if you bad.